is Jenny James. I am the author of the Jane Austen Diaries series, and today's lesson is lesson 8, CryBaby, and we're going to talk about how you can really bring emotion into your books. But first off, I wanted to tell you guys a story, and you know how I always tell you funny stories. Well, I have a more serious one today, and it's a true story. Actually, all my stories are, but anyway, I want to tell you about this girl in my junior high. Her name was Jenni, and Jenni was the most amazing, beautiful girl. Her smile was just stunning. She had the most amazing smile, and she was always nice to everyone. And she was one of those people that I never got a chance to like really meet. I never got a chance to. I always wanted to be her friend, and just didn't get an opportunity. And she tried to reach out to me a few times, and they were always in the middle. I was always in the middle of something else, or talking to someone else, or something else was happening, and so I didn't get the chance to start talking to her. I mean, I always said hi to her in the halls, and I always saw her. I also saw her at church on Sundays. We went to the same church, so I'd see her there, and I'd smile at her there and talk to her for a little bit, but we really didn't get to hang out or anything. Well, she wasn't very popular, and I, at the time, I was. And the thing about Jenni that made her special is she had leukemia. And she was sick a lot, but when she came to school, she always smiled. She smiled for everybody, and when she was at church, she always smiled, even though she was in a lot of pain. Well, one day, after lunch, my friends, my amazing, beautiful cheerleader friends, were making fun of Jenni. And I walked in from lunch into the courtyard, and there were so many people. I didn't know what was going on. I just kept hearing laughing and laughing, and they were telling her how ugly she was, and how fat she was, and how horrible her clothing was. And I was in shock, and I did nothing. And the bell rang, and my friends laughed and left. Everyone left, laughing at Jenni. Do you know what happened? Jenni looked at me, and she thought I had been doing it too. The look she gave me hurt me more than anything I've ever known. She was just so bewildered and helpless and hurt, and she ran away. And I did nothing. I didn't chase her. I didn't explain. The bell had rang. I had to get to my class, and I figured, well, I'll tell her tomorrow. I'll tell her tomorrow what really happened. Well, she didn't come to school the next day. That day was Thursday. And she didn't come to school on Friday. I was like, okay, I'll tell her Sunday. I need to apologize. I need to tell her that it wasn't me. Friday night, Jenni died of leukemia. Her last memories of school were of everyone hating her, including me. No one stood up for her. Since then, along with the popular crowd. I didn't want to be associated with that ever again. And do you know what else I did? I stood up for what I believed in. Every opportunity I had. I became an advocate for the people who were picked on. I bullied the bullies. I decided that there will never be a day that goes by that I will not stand up for someone in need. I needed that lesson. But oh, poor Jenni. One day, when I pass from this earth, I'm going to run to her and I'm going to give her the biggest hug. And I'm going to beg for forgiveness. And that day will be an amazing day. The day I can finally say how sorry I am. This lesson isn't to teach you to stand up for what you believe in, though I hope you learn from my mistakes. Always learn from my mistakes. This lesson is to teach you how to put emotion into your stories. Find that spot that you regret. Find that day. Remember what you went through. Remember how you felt. Remember how hurt you were, and how shocked you were, and disappointed you were. Remember all the regret that came with it. And when you remember that, write it. Pour it into your character. Make your character real. And stand up for what you believe in and help people. Don't be a mean girl. Please, please, do not ever be the one who makes fun of someone else publicly. You do not know them, and it isn't worth it. I'm gonna have some examples below. For your home fun assignment, I would like you guys to share with me a sad memory. I don't need anything written or, of your books, but I want to know a sad memory that you think that you can use in your writing, or at least the emotions of it that you can put into your writing. I've told you mine. It's the saddest. Most immature memory I have. A lot of people ask me how come I'm so nice, and how come I give away so many things, and I try so hard to help so many people. A lot of that has to do with Jenni. I have a lifetime of regret to make up for it. Okay. Now that you know that I am a crybaby, I'm gonna go. I'll see you next week.